What is going on, the Bomb Squad? This is Don the Bomb, and I am here for a very super late, last minute WrestleMania 41 predictions video. So in a little less than an hour, WWE is going to be running their biggest show of the year, WrestleMania 41, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And as we know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I completely forgot about making a predictions video. So here it is. I don't know how many people are going to be able to watch it even before the event starts, but I'm throwing it out there for anybody interested just to see what your boy Don the Bomb predicts and see if it holds true after the event is over. So without any further ado, let's get into night one. Well, as far as the schedule goes anyway, I don't know if it's tentative to change, but this is what I have as of right now. So night one, we're going to start off with the first match, or at least I don't know if, once again, I don't know if these matches are going to be in this order, any particular order or not, but this is my prediction. So first of all, you have Rey Mysterio, the seasoned Lucha veteran, against the mysterious El Grande Americano, which we all know who that is. Our boy, Chad Gable. Come on now. I will predict that Rey Mysterio gets the victory and holds his hand for the Lucha LWO. So the next match is Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a grudge match. We saw what Naomi did to Jade a few months ago. Jade is back for revenge, and I think Jade gets her revenge and takes Naomi out. I predict this match should be probably the quickest match on the card, maybe around 5 minutes or less. Glorified squash match, I would imagine. So I say Jade Cargill is going to win that one. Then we go on to the tag team titles. I guess it would be the Raw Tag Team Championship. And that would be the champions War Raiders going against the heel New Day. And I predict the New Day will have their moment in the sun and capture the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship from the War Raiders, probably by cheating. Hey, you know, that's what they're rolling with now. The Boo Day gets the Tag Team Championships, in my opinion. And then from there, we have the United States Championship, where L.A. Knight, the champion, takes on Jacob Fatu. And I predict that the Samoan Werewolf will continue his winning ways and take care of L.A. Knight and win the United States Championship. Won't be too popular, but they're building up Jacob Fatu for something special, and you don't want to get him in the heavyweight title, picture so soon with everything that's been going on with Cody and John Cena. So I think he takes that U.S. Championship from L.A. Knight. And then as we move on, we have the WWE Women's Championship match. We have the champion Tiffany Stratton against the seasoned multi-champion Charlotte Flair. And that crowd really seems to hate Charlotte these days. Going by the track record of Charlotte, I would actually predict that she would win this match, but I'm going to put a swerve, and I'm going to, I can't do it. No. Charlotte Flair will win the Women's World Championship to the dismay of the crowd, and she will prove that she is the numero uno in the women's division, and not only WWE, but in the entire wrestling landscape. She just has it. She's it. And being the daughter of Ric Flair doesn't help either. Or doesn't hurt, of course. So then as we move on, we have the Raw World Championship match. We have the champion Gunther defending against Jey Uso. And the way things seem to be trending, I would say Jey Uso is probably going to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther. Even though I don't know if that's a great idea. Gunther's already beat him 2 or 3 times. They did this last year with Sami Zayn beating Gunther. He's an unstoppable force against these hired guys, and then he loses against guys like, Sami Zayn, and he'll probably lose against Jey Uso as well. So, but if Jey Uso does win, I don't really think he'll hold on to the heavyweight championship too long. I would take it maybe to SummerSlam at the latest. But it's cool for Jey if he does get this moment. He's been around for years, so yeet on that. And then the big triple threat that should close out tonight's show, which will see CM Punk with Paul Heyman, the wise man in his corner, take on Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, and Seth frickin' Rollins. Now, there's a lot of speculation that Paul Heyman will swerve both his guys and join Seth Rollins. And I think I almost tend to agree with that sentiment. So I'm going to exactly kind of go along with the crowd and say that Paul Heyman's going to turn on CM Punk and Roman Reigns, join forces with Seth Rollins, somehow allow Seth to win because he's the one probably that people least likely think have a chance to win. So I think Seth frickin' Rollins wins the triple threat. And then it'll be interesting to see what the storyline goes from here, because this is a story that just is going to keep on going. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of elements. So that's it for night one. So then here comes night two. So in night two, we have Randy Orton issuing an open challenge due to the unfortunate injury to Kevin Owens. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery and we do see him back in a WWE ring. You know, a neck injury is nothing to play around with. So hopefully he'll be all right, because he's definitely one hell of a performer. And it's a shame because this match between him and Orton, you know, it was getting really personal, and it's a shame that it had to end this way. But he's taken some bad bumps, and I guess it's catching up to him. So I think someone like the returning Aleister Black, Malachi Black, whatever, or Miro/Rusev may happen. Now, if either one of those two are the mystery opponents, I think they'll beat Randy Orton, because Randy really doesn't have a problem putting people over these days. So, but I don't know who else it could possibly be that maybe doesn't already have a match that would actually be a cool thing to have. So I think Randy loses to either Rusev or Aleister Black, if it's either one of those two, which I'm hoping it's one of those two because they are rumored to be back in WWE. We shall see. So as we move on, we have Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest in a street fight. This could go either way. These guys have a lot of the same strengths and weaknesses, but I'm going to say Drew McIntyre, he's due for a big win. He's got to get his win back against Damian Priest from cashing in last year, the Money in the Bank contract on Drew. So I think Drew gets his revenge today. I don't know if there's going to be any chicanery or not, some cheating. Probably so, to protect Priest. So we'll see how that goes. And as we move on, we have AJ Styles in a grudge match with Logan Paul. I predict that Logan Paul will win this match because you have to give Logan Paul a victory against a higher guy. You know, it always seems like he puts on good matches, but he loses against the higher card guys that he's usually matched up with. So I think he'll beat AJ Styles because at this point, AJ's done everything you possibly can in wrestling. So why not help a younger guy, that brings a lot of revenue and a lot of eyes onto the product in Logan Paul. So I say Logan Paul wins that match. And as we move on, we have the women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, as they defend their belts against Bayley and Taya Valkyria. That's Taya, right? Tyra Valkyria, whatever, you know what I mean. Who also happens to be the Intercontinental Women's Champion. I believe that Liv and Raquel retain the belts because I love me some Liv Morgan. I'm going to watch her. So let's go, Liv. That's what I predict. We also have for the Intercontinental Championship, we have a four-way match between the champion Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day, and my boy Penta El Zero Miedo, or whatever that is. As much as I would like Penta to win this match, I believe the dynamic is going to be Dominic Mysterio is going to win the Intercontinental Championship by pinning Finn Balor. And that causes pretty much the downfall of the Judgment Day, thank goodness, as we know it. So I predict Dominic Mysterio will pin Finn Balor to win the four-way match. That way, you cause the dissension in the Judgment Day, you protect Braun Breaker by not being pinned, as well as Penta. And then we'll see where everybody goes from there. So then we also have the Women's World Championship match in a triple threat. Io Sky defends against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. Now, Rhea has kind of weaseled her way back into the match, even though she lost it fair and square, but everybody loves Rhea. This one's going to be a tough one to predict because I think it could go either one of those ways. But I think that Rhea Ripley is probably going to pin Io Sky and regain the Women's World Championship match. That's what I think is going to happen. But I could see it going any one of those three ways. I can see even Io getting the upset while Bianca and Rhea are so distracted with each other like they've been the last month or so. I could see Io, swooping up for a pinfall or just capitalizing in on them just being too preoccupied with each other. So, you know what? Let me even actually go there. I'm going to change my pick to Io Sky winning in the way I just said. She's going to capitalize on them being too preoccupied with each other. So my pick is Io Sky. And then the big match to end night 2, the big grudge match, is we have the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, taking on You Can't See Me, John Cena, the new heel John Cena, which to me, he's doing what he can, but come on, he's not a heel. He's not a bad guy. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing, WWE? What are we doing? A lot of people say John Cena is going to win this and, pass Ric Flair in the total WWE, or actually World Championships. I don't think so. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win. Something's going to happen. Maybe The Rock shows up. If The Rock shows up, then I could see maybe Cena winning. But I even with that being said, I still think Cody Rhodes will beat John Cena to end WrestleMania 41. So you guys have enough time to write down your predictions in the comments below or wherever comments may be. But this is my predictions for tonight and tomorrow night's WWE WrestleMania 41 from Las Vegas, Nevada. So, remember these words, and that is, all that glitter isn't gold, brother. WrestleMania 41, baby!